Now, what I did not like was Giselle insinuating that it was not only Candace's fault, but it was Wendy's fault when it came to this whole fight with them down to the fashion show. Now, I did not like that at all because somehow, some way,
A
Giselle
fashion show with
blamed
no fashion.
How dreadful.
she blamed all of them for the brawl that erupted. And Mia stepped in. She was like, hold up, Giselle, wait a minute. Wendy didn't have anything to do with that. She was trying to de-escalate the situation. Kate even said Wendy started off as the person trying to de-escalate. So Giselle was like, okay, yeah, well, I'll take Wendy out of it. It's Candace. How could you blame Candace for that? The Cookie Monster came in her face and started with her. And now you want to blame Candace for this? I absolutely see why Candace decided to pack her shit and get the hell out of there. And to be honest with you, I hope Candace don't come back. I don't think she should come back.
No, Candace will. I need no. Yeah.
Now you going down the wrong path. Okay.
I think
we need to bring you back. We need to bring you back.
Come on back.
Yeah.
Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated.
But she will be. She is celebrated, and she's going to be celebrated when she comes back because so many people and so many fans are gonna miss. Even the haters are gonna miss what Candace brought.
But even if you think about it, Candace is always going to have Wendy in her corner. She's going to have Karen in her corner. I think that her and Ashley will be able to bond more because they both have children. Necker's not going to be there. Robin ain't going to be there. Giselle, she's just going to be there. Me and her don't really beef like that. So I think that her coming back will happen as possible. But to piggyback off of what you said, I pay attention. This is my theater background. I pay attention to every little detail of things. When Andy said, this is part 3 of blah, 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 right? They put the camera on Candace, and Candace said, thank you, God. She knew already at that moment that she was already going to leave.
Oh, yeah. She knew she was pregnant. She knew that adding those women in her life would bring stress to it. Let me tell you what broke my heart. When Candace said, I know
what you're about to say.
I can't depend on any of you to
fight. I can't expect y'all to fight for me.
And Ashley batted her eyes like this. Robin giggled and laughed. Giselle rolled her eyes. That broke my heart because regardless of what happens, we should always be able to look out for each other and protect each other. At the end of the day, we are in a fraternity or sorority. Nobody else knows how this experience feels unless you're here or you're in your franchise, but you know how this feels. For that girl to have felt completely alone, and the fact that they were all trying to make Candace,
not all, they all were.
Deborah, were your words, the stuff that you said.
That's what I want to say. I just still can't understand this with Candace. So you all rather give a second chance to someone that beats up someone than someone that uses their words. I don't get that. That's what you're supposed to do on reality TV. It's just that Candace knows how to use her words so perfectly that they can't handle it.
And the thing about it is that in reality TV or in the world, I mean, how many times have we heard these women call each other different names? Nneka, I think the second or the first episode Nneka was on, she called Wendy a bitch. Bitch, I just met you. Maybe you may have seen me here or seen me there, but you literally call her this name. They call each other's name. And if you
but that was okay.
If you look at Deborah, she looks like a vermin.
How many names has Giselle called Karen? Karen called Giselle. Robin called Ashley Monique. It happens all the time. They spar with their words. And that's why I always say, our girls, Trei, y'all like to make excuses for Portia, but Kenya was right. We are on this platform.
How do we get on Portia?
Now why am I in it?
And you could have did it.
See how I get wrong
because you never apologized.
Let me finish.
How we get on
We
Portia?
talked, we spar with words. We're supposed to use our words and intelligence. Candace has even come out and said that the network came to her and asked her to not attack them like she normally could have.
But they can attack her.
They probably had the same conversation with Wendy too. We know that you guys can read, you have the words, you have the vocabulary. Just tone it down a little bit in the spirit of moving forward. But Giselle didn't. They didn't have that same conversation with Giselle. And you know what? They dumbed Candace and Wendy down to Giselle and Robin's and Ashley's level because they knew that those girls couldn't rise to the occasion and be able to spar back and forth with them.
And it backfired on them because Candace is taking a break.
Because she's leaving. We're not going to get into this whole colorist conversation. But I'm going to say this. Do I believe these women are colorists? No. I don't believe that they're colorists. But I do believe they have to be cognizant and aware of how their behavior feeds into the narrative of colorists. As we can see, since this show began, outside of Katie, every dark-skinned woman that has been on this show, the light-skinned ladies, the green-eyed bandits they've been at an impasse. They can't come to some type of agreement with Monique. They can't get there with Candace. They can't get there with Wendy. I guarantee you, eventually, if Nneka and Wendy were to get on the same page, they would have a problem with her eventually too. They have to be aware you may not be colorist, but your actions play into that narrative. And that's the part that they don't get. Oh, with Candace, your words, you have to realize that the things that you say can provoke and escalate the situation. No, that girl came there on 10. Kay said it. Mia even said it. That she started with her.
On top of it, Cookie Monster is like 3 of Candace. You think I'm not going to grab a bottle? You're 10 times bigger. Candace is petite. You think she's just going to let you jump on her or do anything? No, she's going to defend herself. Like, I don't get when they said that too, like, so you were going to hit her? What do you think you're going to do?
Mia was like, yeah, she would have hit her, but Andy was like, so do you think you would have? Why are you asking that question? Candace said, I gotta defend myself.
Exactly.
Because none of these girls are gonna be here to support me. To your point, Gallo, I'm 5'1", however tall Candace is. Bitch, I'm gonna pick up a body and throw it at this hole. So, you know, me and Josh met each other for his birthday here in Atlanta. Josh is literally this big. I'm 6'2", 6'3". I'm big. I'm a big ass man. And Josh is all of 3'5". He's this big.
You need that
That's
short.
like me. Coming up, Josh, do you have a problem with me? Do you have a problem with me? If I was Josh, I'd pick up a whole lawnmower and throw it at my ass. So let's talk about it. The future of Potomac. So now Robin is gone, Candace is gone, and Nneka is gone as well too. So that leaves Karen, Giselle, Ashley,
And Wendy.
and Mia. So we have an opportunity to
Why the fuck is there so many of them?
3 potential housewives.
That's
Normally
8
it's
of them
just
motherfuckers.
6, but being that there's so much going on, there's a potential for probably 3 new housewives. I like Kay. I would love to get to know more about her.
Me
if
too.
she's dating, if she's married, she has any kids, what her personal story is.
Wait. First of all, let me just say something real quick. This is what pissed me off about Nneka, among the other things. And the reason why I'm happy that she gone. The whole season, all we saw was you unpacking your house, you trying to have a beef with Wendy, you trying to have a baby, which I didn't understand why the husband had to go to the place to jack off in a cup to put it inside her. Why didn't y'all just have sex? I didn't get that. But maybe that's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb for that.
I think that you probably don't know.
I just don't understand why they didn't just have sex. I mean, he gonna jack off in a cup, they're gonna take the sperm and put it in her, and whatever. But
Trei,
what I didn't,
that's not working. That's why they're seeking assistance.
Obviously it ain't working with them doing that either because she said at the reunion. What I did not like is that we didn't hear anything about her life, or who she is, and where she's from until the reunion. Now we find out you lived in this state and you did this and you had this. Girl, that would have been probably beneficial for you to actually tell us about you during the season, rather than you trying to beef with Wendy.
I wanted to know what the hell it meant to be, what is it? That's their tribe. What is it?
Osu.
I wanted to know what it is. And Wendy, let me tell you something. I love Dr. Wendy because Andy asked a question. So Wendy was like, Well, I want to give Asher the opportunity since you know what Osu means.
Yeah.
Since you
No,
introduced
she
the
literally
Candace
is like,
platform, why don't you tell us what it means? And guess
right.
what Ashley did?
Well,
It was not my intention. I'm not going to be responsible for everything that happened afterwards. No, girl.
because you
You
heard.
are responsible for all of this.
Because
Because
you the one
just
went with
like
the rumor.
Wendy, I think it was Wendy or Candace said, why not go to Wendy and have a conversation with her? Now,
From
on
what you
TV,
heard.
we love it. You went to NECA and you was being messy at the end of the day, but guess what? You got to be held accountable for your actions. You made the wrong decision and you went to this girl and you started all of this beef. Let me ask you a question. So one of the things that we saw in this reunion is that Andy spoke for production and he said that production wanted Wendy to bring NECA in, but she didn't want to bring NECA in because she didn't know NECA. Everyone has been trying to figure out this whole thing. Do they know each other? Do they not know each other? Do you think it was wrong for Wendy to put her foot down and say, no, I don't know her?
That's fine. Yeah, I say that because I don't know why NECA was so butthurt. First of all, just because I meet you a couple times don't mean I know you. Just like when Mariah says to J-Lo, I don't know her.
I don't know her.
Yeah, we've met at award shows, we've met in industry parties, but I don't know you. I can meet you 3 times in passing over the past 10 years. I don't know you. I've met you. Right. Knowing you is knowing your life, knowing hanging with you, knowing who you're in a relationship with. Are you married? Do you have children? Are you in school? Like, that's knowing someone.
And I felt like production, with them telling Andy that, I felt like they tried to throw Wendy under the bus. I really felt
and it didn't work.
They tried to make it seem like, oh, well, production wanted you to break because both of y'all are Nigerian, you're from the same tribe, yada, yada, yada. But you know what the cautionary tale about all of that is? The cautionary tale is Fallon and Portia.
Now why am I in it? And you could have did it. See how I get wrong because you never apologized.
Allegedly, Portia brought Fallon in, but let them tell it, they weren't friends. And Portia slept with that woman's husband and took that woman's husband. I can kind of see Wendy was like, well, I can't vouch for her personally. I don't know her. So you're not going to put her on me. I do know Kay, and I can vouch for Kay, but you're not going to put NECA on me. So I felt like production tried to set Wendy up when they said that.
I mean, it's kind of like us, right? If we know somebody, like say we'll go to a house party, you know, one of our friends has a house party, I have a house party, and there's somebody who may come that we see in past, oh, good to see you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know this person, but they're here. And then they find out you work in this type of industry, and I'm like, hey, can you get me a job or whatever? I don't really know you as how you work. You know,
I don't know
your
you.
work ethic. So I'm not gonna put my name on something to give you a reference to a job, and then you go there and you act a fool or you get fired, and they come to me looking at me like, why you get him a job? And he done stole products, or he done, you know, did this or showed out this way. I think it's very important for us to pay attention to details like that. And like you say, they kind of threw Wendy under the bus. What's kind of funny to me is that when they introduced NECA, it's like they really wanted this woman on this show. They made her, now she's Ashley's friend. That ain't Ashley's friend. That is not Ashley's friend.
Not at all.
Oh, cut it out, because we never really even, she didn't even go to Ashley's house. Ashley never go to her house. Like none of that shit even added up. It was just like, let's put her and say that she's Ashley's friend. Oh, we're gonna introduce her at Ashley's housewarming soiree or whatever and bring her in. Oh, this is my friend that I was telling you about. Bitch, no, that's not your friend.
And it was an awkward entrance.
It was very awkward. She didn't fit in. It didn't puzzle. I see they hang out with her outside of the show, Robin and Giselle them, but they're only doing that, like Candace and Wendy was saying, how convenient.
Well, that's why I love, like you said, Wendy too, because Wendy put her foot down and did not give in to the producers or the network, because they were trying so hard to get her to want NECA, and I'm just like, why are y'all pressuring Wendy? Like, why do you think Wendy's gonna give in? I just don't get, like, for what reason?
Her.
Yeah, I don't know her.
I seen her. She might even know somebody who was friends with my sister, but that don't mean I know her.
And just because you're from the same tribe or whatever, don't mean you know them.
There's plenty of people that's from the same town and the same high schools. I don't know them bitches.
Yeah, like her, and that's why I was so happy Wendy just held it down and she never caved in. And I love that about Wendy, that she stands her ground.
Well, Wendy, what does NECA need to do? She's apologized, like I said.
I said what I said. You can be cordial.
Willing to be cordial to her and exist in the same space. Stop asking more from me that I'm not willing to give, because obviously when it comes to this Osu, Oso, whatever it is, it's far deeper than what any of us could ever imagine.
And I will say this, like I always say, just because I meet you or if I work with you, you ain't my friend. I don't
My dad had to teach me that. My dad had to teach me that. You can't call everybody a friend. You can't call everybody a friend.
I'll tell you right there. I don't know you. You're not my friend. If I work with you, this is business. This ain't nothing personal. I don't know you.
I can laugh and kiki with you all day at work. But baby, don't call me at 10 o'clock at night asking me, did I watch this on TV? Hold on, why are you calling me?
Exactly. Don't come up to me. You've been here for 1 week. I don't know you. Don't act like you know me. I don't know you because I'm going to give you the coldest shoulder.
You used to work with my cousin. Just because you used to work with my cousin don't mean that you're not cool because you work with me now. Y'all might be friends. Y'all might be friends.
And it's hard for me to call you a friend. And a friend means I know you. If it's an acquaintance, I know of you. Meaning, I know that means I have your personal number.
This is hitting hard with Maurice because Maurice doesn't let people be his friend, and he done been people friend that that shouldn't be his friend. So.
No. That's not true. We'll talk about this offline. One thing Maurice is a master. I'm a master. You know what? We'll talk about this offline. Now, I will say this. Despite all of that, I really would have liked to see NECA have a second season.
I'm good.
That's unfortunate.
I
don't care.
It's not happening, but I would have.
I'm sorry you thought that.
Flag on the play.
Sorry you thought that. Hold on. I have a question. Something random. But Ashley, she announced that she is going to seek a divorce.
Hey, girl, bye.
Girl, please.
But she said that she has a prenup and ain't getting nothing. So what do you think getting a divorce is going to get you?
Gallo, it's a lie. The lie detector test is determined it's a lie. Because the other season she has said that she wasn't going to get nothing out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Now, so I'm like, now you're going to get something?
It's a lie. It's a lie.
I'm going to tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like Phaedra. When Phaedra lied about when her pregnancy date was, when she was due. That's what it sounds like. It's Ashley's Phaedra. Okay, and I love Phaedra down, but that's who she is.
No, she's not even Phaedra. I don't know what Ashley's just an instigator.
Is she light skinned? Is she light skinned?
I don't think it has anything to do with that, but Ashley does whatever they want her to do.
She instigates.
As long as she does whatever the producers tell her to do, whether it's starting rumors or whatever, she's going to do it. So that's why she's not going to get fired. Now, after this season 9 is going to be make or break for her. And then after this, she might be out of there.
Well, at least she married, because it took Robin forever to get married. Now it's taking her forever to get divorced.
Robin she's just one of the biggest disappointments from a housewives perspective.
He was rooting for you. We was all rooting for you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
And she could have been better.
You know what's really sad about it is them being the OGs. Usually you're always rooting for them. Like Giselle, Ashley, Robin. The only one that really is elevated is Karen.
And to be honest with you, Gallo, if you think about it, I think Potomac is the only franchise where the majority of the cast OG lasted 8 seasons.
Yeah.
I think they're the only cast.
But haven't gone anywhere else. That's the thing. That's the sad part.
Right.
And another thing I wanted to know, where was Charisse on the reunion? Because she was
I'm glad she wasn't there.
I didn't care if she was, but I thought that was kind of random that she wasn't because she showed up every other time.
Last season, they really tried to push this Karen versus Charisse thing, and Karen wasn't here for it. Karen wasn't here for it.
She put her foot down.
She definitely put her foot down. Put us in the same room. I'm not doing it. So at this particular point, now next season, it's going to be really interesting to see how the new girls, whoever they choose, is going to shake stuff up.
I need Kay. Kay needs to be a full-time.
Kay needs to be full-time.
And Mia's friend. What's Mia's friend? What's her name?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. I love Jacqueline. I love Jacqueline.
Yeah, but I don't. No, the Jacqueline is still a friend.
I want her to be a closer friend. Like Marisol is on Miami. Like she's not a permanent housewife, but she's always on every episode.
Yeah. Now that her and Mia have made up, it's a possibility that could happen.
But them, you never know, because one minute they're cool and the next minute they not. So I've seen this online, people talking about this. Me and my best friend Ziggy, we were talking about this too. What celebrity could they bring to Potomac? I'm not really interested in them bringing celebrities onto the Housewives platform like that. Mm-hmm. I would rather see everyday people, regular housewives, be glamorous. But if they did, bring a celebrity onto Potomac, the only one I would want to see is Omarosa. That's it.
Oh, that's too much.
That's it. I would only want to see Omarosa. If they can't book her, if she can't come, let's find some everyday, rich, glamorous.
I would like them to bring my girl,
women.
Brave Williams.
Who?
Brave Williams.
Who's
I
that?
don't know if you remember the girl group Rich Girl with Seven Streeter. She was a part of that girl group. She had the big blonde afro hair.
She lived there?
She lives in Baltimore.
Is
She's
married?
That could have been.
She's not married, but she could still bring a storyline with what she has going on. She has a new gym. She's very well known in the industry and like the whole, socialite
Do
world.
the girls know her? Do any of the girls know her?
Candace knows her. Candace actually just spoke at one of her.
Damn, Candace not gonna be there this season.
But I'm sure she knows other women. It just hasn't been like photographed or something recently shown. But I could definitely see her because she was on R&B Divas LA.
All right, we want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the What Up. Gallo, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Always.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time. Bye, y'all.